Hi guys, it's Crumb. Welcome to my very first video of 2025. Happy New Year, my loves. I hope you all had an absolutely wonderful entrance to this new year. In today's video, we are building a home for our brother and sister, Harley and Parker. Harley and Parker live in Evergreen Harbour and they are neighbours to our founder of this save, Ali. If you would like to know more about the brother and sister that are going to be living here, please do feel free to go and watch the video where I create them in CAS. So I actually remember during that video, whilst I was creating them, that I spoke about the type of build that I'd like to make for them. And the build that I had in my mind was very much a trailer motorhome. So that was definitely the road that I was going down when I was creating this build here. Something though that did become very apparent to me from the off was that this build was going to be bigger than I first intended, and the lot was actually a lot smaller than I had in my mind. I obviously had to create this as a 2-bedroom, otherwise they were going to have to share a room or live in bunk beds. This then meant that I couldn't give them as big of a garden as I really wanted to. I pictured a fruit and veggie patch, I pictured trees, I had a whole vision in mind. However, it then came to me that what I could do is create a community lot for everybody, like as an allotment, so then all the Sims can enjoy it and they can sort of go and hang out there like with friends and family and pick each other's fruit and veg and really give it that community feel. I don't actually know if Americans have allotments or if they're called allotments out there, but basically it's like a communal garden. So as you can already see from the motorhome that I've started to build, I'm really going down the eco lifestyle route again, especially with the wallpapers and the windows and the door. I've also popped on the roof some solar panels, and then as you can see here, I'm really trying to, I struggle a lot with this patio because I wanted to have these planters. I wanted it to be quite green, and I just for the life of me could not figure out what it was that I wanted to do. I do figure it out, but it took me a while. And then I thought it would just be so cute to have a fire pit with 2 chairs sat out the front. They can say hello to their neighbours as they walk on by. They can both chill outside on a nice summer evening. It's going to have a whole vibe. It's going to be so cute. So tell me, whilst I'm doing the terrain painting, the boring bit, have you made any New Year's resolutions? Do you do New Year's resolutions? I know some people don't do them. I don't personally do resolutions, but I love to set a goal. I don't know what it is, but I love having a goal. Completing a goal just gives me endorphins. It's fabulous. So yeah, tell me, have we got any goals or any resolutions? I want to hear them. Also, tell me what you did for New Year's. What did you do for New Year's Eve? Did you get drunk? Did you see friends? Did you see family? I want to know it all. We had a really quiet one this year. It was just me, Ash, Luca and Hallie, but I actually ended up in A&E with Luca until it was actually really quite late, but he's got an eye infection and it was terrible. He was not in a good way, so yes, we took him down to A&E. He's got a bad case of conjunctivitis, and bless him, he was in so much pain. I felt awful for him. So that was my evening, but we did manage to watch the fireworks together, which was really sweet. Also, whilst I have you and I'm figuring out this goddamn patio, let me tell you about some changes that are going to be happening in regards to streaming and YouTube in this first month of 2025. Can't believe I'm now saying that year. Hallie is now at that age again where things are starting to get a little bit difficult in terms of live streaming. It is so much easier and makes so much more sense to both me and Ashley for me to make YouTube videos again, which I am really looking forward to actually. I'm very much looking forward to it, but I'm definitely going to miss the going live aspect. I'm not saying that I'm quitting streaming, by the way, because I'm definitely not. It's going to be a lot easier for the time being, especially in January, for me to make YouTube videos. So that means a lot more videos in terms of restarting The Sims 4, but I've also decided that I want to start a legacy, which I am really excited for because I haven't done a legacy in a very long time. I actually put a poll on YouTube and you guys voted for the Disney Princess one. So I think we're going to be doing that one, which is actually going to be really exciting. So I will be making a little bit more of a proper announcement over on my Discord, but I thought I would just mention it in this video quickly, just so that then you guys are aware. I am also going to be doing daily posts over on Instagram. I'm going to be uploading to my story, and I am also uploading a lot more to X as well. So if you aren't already, please do consider following me on those platforms. They are linked in the description below. But anyway, enough with the plugging. Let's talk more about this build. I fell in love with this patio in the end. I think what really, pulled it together was me putting the fence in with the planters. I feel like it really, really helped. Anyway, here is the floor layout of this build. I won't lie to you. It took me at least half an hour. I'm not a fan of floor plans in the shape of an L, especially when it's like quite long and thin as well. I just couldn't figure out how I wanted the layout to be. But anyway, I figured it out. So again, wanting to stick with eco lifestyle. However, eco lifestyle doesn't really have a kitchen. And I thought to myself, okay, how can I picture their house? How can I picture this motorhome? And when I thought about it, I thought that whatever is in their home has either been thrifted, they have dumpster dived for it, they've gotten it for free. I can really see them being that sort of dynamic with their interior. I actually really found the Snowy Escape kitchen counters to be really good for that because it's wooden. Like most of the stuff from Snowy Escape is wooden. So I found that Snowy Escape and Eco Lifestyle really paired well together. Like anything wooden, I can really see that they have made themselves. Like they've found bits of wood and they've popped it together. It's sort of like that shelf that I've put above the oven. It's all just a mismatch of wood. So yeah, I just really thought that it looked homemade. And then here I am just trying to sort of clutter up the kitchen a little bit. I put the knives and then herbs and the recipe book, all that sort of stuff in. I really wanted to try and find any excuse though to put in some leafy boys, put in some plants and really make it as green as I could because they are outdoorsy people. They do really love their greenery. But here we go, moving on to the living room. I found this the hardest room to make because I don't see them being people that will sit down to watch TV. And I then thought to myself, right, well, why don't I make it more of like a reading nook type living space? But I really wanted each of their personalities to come out in their bedrooms. So I decided to not go down that route. And I actually do change my mind several times, as you will see. I also changed the orientation of the living room twice. But I do want to show you that in my videos. I don't want to just sort of cut it and edit it so that then it looks absolutely pristine, like everything that I chose the first time worked, because I mean, that's not realistically how I build. So I wanted to be forward and show you exactly how I make my builds. Something that you will see quite soon as well is I completely forgot that I was making this lot a cat hangout. If you watch the video where I created the two Sims that are going to be living here, Parker, the brother, is a cat lover. But I decided not to actually make them a cat. I decided that I wanted them to be very stray friendly. When I do my Let's Play with these two. I will definitely be showing that. I'll definitely make friendships with the strays, and I'll definitely show how obsessed with cats Parker really is. That actually moves me on really nicely to my next point. The next video in this series is going to be a Let's Play. So now that there are 3 Sims that are in this save, Ali now has the opportunity to create her club, and she has the chance to make friends. When I very first made this save file, I deleted all of the townies, which, looking in on it now, may have been a mistake in terms of the Let's Play, but I'm actually also quite glad that I did it, because then we're not going to have random Sims popping up and showing their faces. It's going to be the Sims that we've created. So I was actually quite happy in the end with how this little space turned out. It's quite cozy and packed in, and that was sort of how I liked the feel of it. I actually still cannot believe that the first world that I chose to build and create Sims in was Evergreen Harbour, considering I can't even call it a love-hate relationship, because I really did not like this world. But I definitely feel that now, the more that we're getting on with the series, that, I mean, I'm not saying I like it, but I'm saying I'm getting used to it. So now that I'm actually at the build stage with the brother and sister, I'm trying to think now of the next Sims that I want to create for this world. And I'm definitely thinking that there needs to be a family. There needs to be a mum, a dad, and maybe even 3 children and a pet. I'm really thinking about like a big family. But I'm not necessarily thinking that they're going to be very hugely eco-friendly in the same way that Ali, Parker and Harley are. But if you do have any suggestions on the type of family that should move in next, then please do pop it down below, and I will absolutely consider it. There are a lot of families and lots that I'm going to have to build in this series, so I'm going to need some of your creativity. So here we are in Harley's bedroom. So this bedroom is, I mean, it's quite big, but I was able to give her that little reading nook that I mentioned. She also does have an ensuite as well, which does make the bedroom a little bit smaller, but I felt like I fit in everything that needed to be fit into her bedroom. Again, I don't really see them spending that much time in these bedrooms. I see them being very much outside and doing their gardening, being at their allotment. But obviously, for whilst they are at home, they need to be somewhere where they're happy. The same with the rest of the motorhome. I have pretty much used Eco Lifestyle and Snowy Escape in these bedrooms. I also didn't want to make it very cluttered, because, as I mentioned before, everything they have, I feel like it has been thrifted or they have dumpster dived for it. So I don't feel like they have a lot of clutter objects. Somebody did ask me if I had a backstory for these siblings, and honestly, when I think about it, I think they are just 2 young adults who are very close. They share very similar views, and that's why they decided to move in together. In terms of money, I will give them their jobs as a conservationist, and I feel like that's how they got the money to buy the lot in the first place. I haven't really given a lot of thought in regards to their parents. I do perhaps feel like they have inherited their eco lifestyle from their parents though, so I do feel like they also probably live somewhere in Evergreen Harbour. I do feel like when it comes to making decisions on their careers and their personalities, that it will come through in the Let's Play episode that I'll do with them. I do always hope when I do my Let's Plays that The Sims does take over the storyline for me and helps me create different ideas. Okay, so here we are moving on to Parker's bedroom. Parker's bedroom is actually quite a bit smaller than Harley's room. She is definitely the big sister, and I definitely feel like she put her claim on the big bedroom. as soon as they bought the place. You'll also see that I do also change the orientation of this bedroom too. I couldn't quite decide on where I wanted the bed, but in his bedroom, obviously Parker is cat crazy, and I feel like he is very welcoming to the strays, letting them sleep in his bedroom. He plays with them in the bedroom. Although their lot is a cat hangout, and you know, Harley does like cats, she's not as obsessed as Parker is, and she doesn't really want cats, you know, going into her personal space in her bedroom. So I definitely feel like Parker, you know, he even lets them on the bed. In the same way that Parker dresses, I definitely feel like he doesn't care very much as to what his bedroom looks like. He's not bothered in the slightest about colours and different item choices. He just has what he has and he's fine with it. But moving on to the bathroom, I haven't actually gotten to that point yet, but I just want to mention there's actually 2 doors on the bathroom currently. I wanted it to be an ensuite, but then I also wanted it to be a communal bathroom for both of them to go into at any time of the day. When I start decorating the bathroom, it really becomes apparent to me that I cannot do that. I could not fit what I wanted to fit into that bathroom with 2 doors. I just couldn't figure it out, and it was really bugging me. So I just decided, right, I've had enough. I am just going to make it a 1 door. So although at the moment it is showing as an ensuite, I do get rid of the door in his bedroom, so he doesn't have an ensuite anymore. It is just a communal bathroom. I did, however, have to come away from this room and come back to it. I actually went and watched Traitors with Ashley, and I definitely came back and I had more of a clear vision about the double door situation. But oh my god, really quickly, whilst I'm building, did you watch The Traitors? I am obsessed with that show. It's only season 3, but I absolutely love it. I also love Claudia Winkleman. Anyone that says a bad word against her, we are not, no, we're no longer friends. I am very sorry. But oh my god, all 3 of those Traitors are dreadful. They are terrible. They need replacing straight away. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go and watch it. Honestly, it will change your life. You'll be happy that I recommended it. But anyway, the bathroom. Do you see what I mean? I couldn't figure out how I wanted the orientation. I actually really wanted a bath in this room. So it was really irritating me that I couldn't figure out more of a situation sort of ship where they could have had that. But I also thought to myself as well, it would have been really awkward if one of them was in the bath and the other one has come in either from his ensuite or she's come in from the communal, and they just sort of, you know, see each other. I felt like that would have been too weird. So I am glad that I only made it a 1 door in the end. But anyway, my loves, that is me. That is the end of this build. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our little natter. And I hope you feel like this motorhome fits them both. I feel like they definitely suit living here. Enjoy the screenshots, my lovelies. I will see you in the next video. Love you lots. Bye, my darlings.